Hi everybody. Today is the day I'm going to start filming myself doing my hair. As you can see, I trim my own hair as well. I don't know if you can see that properly. But, okay, so I've been working on my hair for the past year now, mainly just focusing on trimming and bleaching. And you can see I've added some color from before. And what I'm going to do today is the roots. I'm going to show you how I do the roots so I don't damage my hair, because it's already, once you over bleach it, you got to be careful because it will damage your hair. So I don't see too many people doing it, but I actually foil. I'm going to show you now. I actually foil the sections. I foil it where it's already been bleached, and then I start bleaching from where the foil is located. Partly because I don't want to damage it anymore, and the reason why I trim it shorter is so that those split ends that you usually get are eliminated. So I'm going to go ahead and change accordingly and start doing my hair. Okay, so as you can see, I've changed briefly. I have a little bib for my own purpose so I don't mess my shirt, which is already, I use my bleached shirt regularly. And I'm busy putting together the foil, so I'm busy preparing that for now. I do have other foil from a hair salon, but at the moment I'm just cutting what I have at the moment. I just use the foil that you cook with. People do it, so I'm being, wise about finding what I have to work with my hair at the moment. So I'm going to prepare this. So the preparation of the foils will take me about maybe 30 minutes to make sure that this is done, and then I start putting it onto my hair. And I'll show you how I do that. It's not like the most fabulous way of putting it together, but it works for me and it helps my hair from getting more damaged. Okay, so it looks like I ran out of the baking foil, so I'm going to switch over to the foil you usually get in a hair salon. It's a little bit thinner than that. I didn't want to really use this unless I was doing highlights, but for now I'm going to have to use this for what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm going to start putting it on, and I'll show you how I kind of put it together. It's not hard, it's just it takes a bit of time. Okay, it takes a bit of time, and I'll show you. So I'm going to start doing the front, then I do like the sides, and then I work towards the back. And it usually helps because by putting the foil on and you add the bleach afterwards, it separates it, so it allows you to find your place where you were before, so you make sure that you cover your head properly so you don't have blotchy patches of partially done peroxided parts and partially not done parts. So let me start with using the foil that I've cut in the meantime, and it'll take some time, so I'll come in and out and show you build it up. Okay, so we're going to start from the front. Not too much, just little sections. I know most people probably don't do it this way, but for me it works the best. And I actually have, I studied fine arts. I also was teaching music, and it's just, for me, I needed to, this is how I saved money, by learning how to do my own hair, which obviously, it worked for me. It's a bit of a big piece for the front, so let's try something a little bit smaller. So you can see I don't go all the way to, and I'm not this is what most people would consider dyeing. I'm actually folding it first. So I'm not dyeing this part. So I know that I'm not going to destroy that section, which has already been dyed. Okay? I'm literally going the reverse process of what everybody probably shows you how to do. Okay? And if there are pieces sticking out, add another piece of foil to it. Okay. So you're not, okay, tampering with that. So you have that part. Now you keep going with the whole head like this. This will take some time. So I might, once again, go in and out of the video and show you sections as I go along once sections are complete to see the progress. I'll do a few more pieces so you can see what I've done here. And yes, I have done other people's hair. This is just, I'm not a stylist. I don't have a degree in fashion, in style. I did study fashion, however, and I do understand color theory through fine arts in my master's course in art. So I see art as, I see hair as a form of art in a creative aspect, or yeah. Okay, so you can see I'm literally covering these sections here so I don't touch that. The only part that I'll be bleaching would be these tips and the edges. Okay, I'll do a few more, I'll stop and then start again with the video. Okay, once again, same thing. So, and the pieces don't have to be thick, they could be relatively thin. I just prefer, actually let me make it a little bit thinner here. I just want to make sure I get on that. I actually cut my hair last week, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than it was before, meaning I've taken off the split ends more or less, which is important. You kind of have to take the split ends off. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'll do two more, stop the video, and then start again. Okay, and this usually takes me about, this really takes me about 30 minutes just to put together. Everybody wants to rush to put the peroxide on, but I don't think you should rush it. I think you should really take your time and be very careful and very, you know, controlling as to how you go about doing this, because you don't want to lose hair. Okay, everybody thinks that, oh no, bleach, you can lose hair if you're not careful. So be careful with how you go about constructing, how you're going to put the bleach on. I'll do one more. Folding. Same way you'd probably fold when you're doing highlights or bleaching a section. I'm literally reversing it because I'm not wanting to touch that part of my hair. Okay, I find it really saves my hair from getting too damaged. Okay. And this is my own way. I don't even think hair salons do it this way, but this is how I do it. Okay, I'm going to stop it now, and then I'll show you what it looks like once it's completely done on my head, and then we'll start going through the bleaching process. Okay, so as you can see, I've done my whole set of hair. It took me a while. The back is a bit shorter than I probably should have trimmed, so I didn't cover the whole of the back, so probably this will be lighter than a good portion of, you know, the parts that are foiled. So don't forget, the foiled parts are untouched, and the part that is not foiled is what I'm going to be working on right now. Okay, so I'm going to turn this, I'm going to go through the next process. I'll show you once I have everything together. Okay, gloves, you need to have gloves, don't forget the gloves. blonder, which is what I usually use. Okay. I think this is what they use in salons. And well, it's perfect 3%, volume 10. Okay, 10 volume. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I have to mix it for a few moments. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to start the process. Okay, so what I usually do is I actually put a cup of the blonde in, cup and a bit of the cup they usually give you, and enough of the 10 volume 3%. So it's like the cream, which I just want to make it not thin, but not thick. It has to be, it needs to look like cream, literally. If you're cooking, this is like a cream, a whipped cream kind of feel, even it feels like whipped cream. Okay. And kind of keep it going for a little bit, mix it well, so it's done properly. Okay, and this is just for the roots. I'm sure if you were to do the highlights and stuff, you'd probably need more. So okay, so now I'm going to apply this. I'm going to apply the cream with the brush that I have here, which you can get at the hair salon or even on Amazon, I guess. So I'm going to just apply in these sections. I'll show you a little bit, and then I'll show you the final once I've gotten this together. So I'm just applying in these sections. Make sure you get all the parts. Okay, this is crucial for the developing, and try to do it as quickly as possible. People shouldn't generally have this on longer than 45 minutes, especially if you're doing the roots, because that's where the hair falls out. You want to be careful with that. That's an important part. Make sure that you don't leave it on too long where your hair can start coming off. That's a big one. Okay. So my hair was originally, I peroxided the whole thing, then I dyed it pink recently, and that's where you see the pink tint. And now I'm going back to just to the roots, so it will be pink on the outside, and on the root section it's still going to be bleached. So I'll show you before and after as well. Okay. So I'm going to focus on this so I don't miss parts. So I'm going to turn this off, but you can see more or less what I'm doing here. I'm going through this whole thing. So once it's done, I'll show you the process. Okay, as you can see now that I've covered my hair, I'm going to basically rub the peroxide and creamer in. Well, the bleach, not the peroxide, the bleach. It is peroxide. And what I'm trying to do is to make sure that all the sections are in correctly, so I don't have any brown patches. So what I'm going to do now is just go through this carefully, just step back. Okay. Both hands should be used. My other hand is a little wet at the moment. And it's the waiting game basically. So about 45 minutes now that it's been applied, or maybe a little under 45 minutes for this to set. I always think about baking and setting, you know, the yeast needs to set and all that stuff when you're making bread. I remember my grandmother and I used to make bread all the time when I was younger. It was quite fun. Haven't done it in a while. I guess everybody's trying to do stuff to keep themselves busy at home these days because of this crazy thing that we're going through in 2020. So I'm going to leave this on for a while and then rinse it off and show you the process before I rinse it off, before I rinse off the chemicals here. And yeah, that's basically where we are right now. I'm going to go through this one more time. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so when you do the roots, out of the whole collection of or all the hair that you have, the roots should generally be the last to die if you're going to do the whole head, because it does lift a lot faster. So it gets lighter a lot quicker than the rest of the head because of the heat on top of your head. It just, yeah, it absorbs and it heats up very quickly. So it's a little bit lighter than it was. I don't know if you can see it, but it's turning like an orange color right now from the dark brown where the roots were. And the pink is definitely lifting to a little bit of a lighter color. So I'm going to leave this on for a little bit longer. It's only been about, I don't know, 15 minutes. I'm going to wait until it's lighter than the orange that I have right now, because I want it almost platinum, right? So that's how I do it. And when I do my roots, I don't usually do the roots often. I don't do it twice in a row. I think some people try to do it more than one time to lift a little bit more, but I would wait every month. I would do my hair. I wouldn't destroy it more than it is, or what I'm doing right now. It's better. And then your skin doesn't get as damaged. And I usually use oils to recoup the oils that were destroyed and taken off of the hair and stripped. So once this is off, and once I wash it out, the first thing I do is, besides conditioning it, I actually add olive oil. Olive oil is good to replenish a little bit of the oils that have been dried out. Just normal cooking olive oil, oddly enough. But I have other hair products that I use to help, mainly that have like natural oils and stuff. Coconut oil is really good. Yeah. Okay, a quick check-in. It's a little bit lighter. Still a little bit more time to go. I don't like it looking a little orange, so I'm going to try to make it as close to platinum as possible, or a little bit more, yeah, less orange, basically. And I don't use toner. I just use the toning shampoo, which is the purple shampoo, because I find the toner just makes my hair look gray. I tried it before and I really didn't like it. I'm like an old schooler. Back in the day, we didn't have toners, so when you bleached your hair, you just literally used the bleach. This was back in like the 90s or the early 20s. I think toners just recently, I don't know the whole history, but I just know when I was doing my hair back in the day, we just had bleach, and that's how we did it. I'll get back to you in a few moments. Just one more time to look. Okay, so once again, the foil is where I didn't want my hair bleached, so it saves whatever you can see some of the pieces came off in the back because I think I cut my hair too short, and I'm not able to use some of the foil that I probably would have been able to use before. But it is what it is. I'm showing you the progress. It's a little bit lighter. I do want to leave it in a little bit longer because it's not just the color I want yet. It's going to get lighter. Okay, so I'll start rinsing it out soon. But before I start rinsing it out, let me show you what I use to rinse it out. So I like herbal essence because it doesn't really have crazy stuff in it, and it doesn't destroy your hair as much as if you were to have too many chemicals in a shampoo, and also the herbal essence conditioner. But before I put the conditioner on, I use this twice, which is the herbal essence shampoo. Any type. I don't think it's maybe something to do with helping protect color in some way. This is just it's just a hair wash, hair and body wash. Could be used for any of it. Okay, and then you have, so I use this. Then I use this, which is the purple purple shampoo. And rinse that out, leave it in for a few moments. The conditioner, rinse this out, and I would generally leave the conditioner in. Even though, put the conditioner in. Once the conditioner's in, because there's a bit of oil in there, I would then use a coconut oil. This is running out. This would be my next option. It's also coconut oil. And once that's done, I leave all of these things in. And then I also have this, which has keratin oil, which is good. It kind of, it's almost like a gel, but also a conditioner you can leave in at the same time. So I try to replenish the damaged hair with oils. Oh, and before I add all those, I actually use olive oil. So you can see there's olive oil in here. I'm not going to pour it out, but it's in there. You can see, yeah. It's in there. So, shampoo, conditioner, no, actually, shampoo first, olive oil next. Leave this in for a few minutes. Then I would do the purple hair color, purple hair color. Then I'd use the purple hair color. And then the purple conditioner. Once the conditioner is done, I leave it and you take it off. Put the conditioner of the herbal essence in. Rinse, keep this in, leave this in. Coconut oil you leave in. One of the two coconut oils you leave in. And then you put this one at the end and leave all of that in. So it revitalizes, rejuvenates the hair. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, it is lighter. Okay, and I obviously tied it up a little bit here so you can see what's going on. I don't look so crazy. And I took off, obviously, the foil. Carefully took it off, one section at a time. Then I washed my hair. And it's drying now. I put the oils in. And this is what it looks like when it's wet. And I guess I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's dry. But I wouldn't suggest blow drying your hair once you've bleached it. It's probably a bad idea. So I would wait. I would, obviously air dry it. And then, yeah, that would be it. Okay, so as you can see, it's drier. It's going to be a little strawy because of the dye, or the bleach. But for instance, you let it dry for the day. You sleep on it literally. You have the oils in your hair, so it's replenishing. And then the day after, you rewash it one last time. Probably just rinse it and then put conditioner in, and then reconstruct the process you went through with doing your hair after it was washed and everything the first time around with the oils. And try not to wash your hair too often the first couple of days, because that's the time where it's very brittle. But this is the overall, it's not completely dry yet, but it's dry enough to survive. And that's it. So I may do some more videos of how and what I do, even a day of cutting my hair and showing people how that's done. It's fun. I like doing it, and you're protecting yourself from, the public. You're not needing to go into a hair salon. You can do it yourself. There are ways to go about doing this. You just have to be consistent and responsible with what you use and how you go about doing it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to speak more about hair and other things and even music soon. Okay, talk to you guys later.